him. Good morning everyone, welcome back to my allotment diaries. My name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries. These are my allotment diaries. I'm in my back garden today because, as promised on Friday, I said I was going to show you around my little London garden and show you how I grow things and what vegetables I've got growing and what crops I've got growing and just everything that's in my garden. I have quite a small garden, it's in South London. It's quite noisy out here, it's not the nicest kind of place to come and sit and relax, though sometimes on a Sunday we don't get any trains and sirens all die down and then it's lovely, but it is just London life. I still try to make it my paradise because I think I'm fortunate to have an outdoor space and I don't want to waste that. And I know that when I was renting I was really frustrated all the time that I couldn't get involved in my garden because landlords don't like you to dig up the garden basically, and I'm very fortunate that now we own our house and we do have this outdoor space, and it is only small but I'm determined to make it beautiful and grow as much as I can in it. So I'm going to do a little bit of a tour first and then we're going to do a couple of gardening jobs. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you do subscribe to my channel, and there are other ways to follow me down below as well, and a few discount links to some products as well, so go and check out the description box and let's get on with the tour before the trains come again. So I'm going to start at the back of our garden because this is the area where we have our seating area. Very recently, if you go back a few videos, you'll see that I did a bit of a garden makeover at the back here, and we're loving it basically. We've got a chair and tables instead of the pallet furniture. It's great to come out here and sit down with a cup of tea, do my work from here as well. It's honestly, it's amazing. Who'd have thought chair and tables would be such a game changer, but honestly, it's such a nice area to sit here now. I've got my little bit of bunting up for some colour. And then we've got the darker fence. It's just beautiful. And if you thought my tulip obsession ended at my allotment plot, you are wrong. You are mistaken. There are tulips everywhere in this garden. I planted some of my better ones that I got, the more expensive varieties, in my back garden, just so that I can look at them more often. If I come over here, I've got some beautiful ones in this pot. I love these because they're just like filled with petals. There's so many petals in these. They're absolutely stunning. And I love how they're all in a row, like little soldiers. And then I've got my pansies behind, which are just such a beautiful flower to grow. And these ones are finished. These were from Sarah Raven, and she sent me, well, the company sent me these to try, and they've come up twice now, so this is the second year they've come up. They're absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, they have all finished. But yeah, tulips are definitely a running theme in this garden. I'm obsessed with them. Just behind me here, we've got a tree that we put in about 3 years ago. I think it's a Prunus Adelaide. A lot of people ask me what this tree is. We get the most beautiful cherry blossom in the springtime, early spring, and then it goes a lovely green colour. Like, the leaves are so vibrant and lovely. And I'll show you it in all its glory. Absolutely love this tree, honestly. The birds love it, I love it, everyone loves it. It's so beautiful and it's just the right size for our small garden, and it won't get too big. I think it only grows to about 10-15 foot, which isn't actually that big for a tree, so I love it. And then underneath, look at all of these flowers coming up. So obviously my forget-me-nots have just self-seeded everywhere in the garden and I'm here for it. I love them. They're like a little sea, like a little river cascading through here. It's absolutely stunning. And then these bright pink tulips have come up in between them, and I'm here for them. Such a vibrant colour, and all of them have come up, which is amazing. At the front of this bed here, I've got these boxus, which were eaten by caterpillars last year, but they seem to have come back to life. The only thing is they're different colours, so you can see the new leaves are quite yellowy, and then inside we've got the darker green leaves, and I can't work out whether it's just new growth or if the plant's been under stress, because sometimes when a plant gets under stress it gives slightly yellower leaves out the top, and that could be due to some of the frost, or it's just had a stressful life recently. I don't know. Why have you been stressed, mate? What's stressing you out? Probably the thought of the caterpillars coming back, to be honest. Yeah, not entirely sure for the reason for that, but the point is they're all coming back, and then hopefully when they get bigger I will prune them into little balls along the front of this, which is what the whole original plan was. I only brought them when they were little babies, but that depends on whether the Buxus caterpillar decides to come back this year or not, because last year they completely destroyed them. But if you look from here, imagine they're all bigger and they're trimmed into little neat balls. I think it will just add a little bit of structure to this border here, because I do like it to be quite wild, but then I thought putting the structure at the front would sort of make it, I don't know, a bit neater. Lots more tulips in my giant planter. Not sure what this is, but it's going crazy this year and I love it. But yeah, lots more tulips. I just whacked all these in. Absolutely stunning, beautiful, sort of almost finishing now, but yeah, just tulips everywhere. Right, got my washing out today because, you know, London garden and it's sunny. Who doesn't get their washing out the second the sun comes out? But this is our sort of grass area which we created for the kids. Unfortunately they like to come out all weather, and the grass has got a bit patchy, but I'm not bothered because as soon as they're too big to use it, I'm going to dig it all over and just have raised beds in here anyway, make a second little allotment plot. But they're too young at the moment, they're like their paddling pool, so we're leaving it. Not much going on in the borders at this time of year because most of my stuff that goes in is like dahlias and stuff that comes out in the summer, so not much has bloomed. But what's that? This lovely apple tree is blossoming. I think apple tree blossom is probably one of my favourite blossoms. It's so pretty. Tree hasn't got much bigger, but there we go. And then underneath, look, even more lovely forget-me-nots. So pretty, I just love them. And then there's lots of plants waiting to kind of come into flower and come into bloom along here. This is one of my newest additions to the garden, and it's my pear tree, and again this is starting to come into bud and flower, which is really exciting. This is the first year of it, so I don't expect it to get much bigger, and it's probably not going to give me any pears, but such a pretty tree and I love the structure of it as well. So he's alive, basically, he's alive. So down here is my little courtyard vegetable garden. This is where I grow most of my vegetables and herbs and things like that I can take straight into the kitchen and just cook with. So I'll show you a couple of things that I've got growing and a couple of ways that you can save space and use more of your space. So a lot of things I've got growing vertically. Using your vertical space is a really great way of you getting more space out of a small area. So you can see I've just got a palette hung up here, and then these little pots which I got on Amazon with some strawberry plants in, which will do really well. And then this is another palette thing that I've got some radishes growing which have gone to seed. Such beautiful flowers. And this is just hung up, and then I've got little bags under it that I've just like staple gunned in. So that's another little vertical planter I made. And then behind us here I've got a little bit of trellis which are painted, and I've got these little pots again from Amazon with some little herbs and flowers growing in those. And it's just a really great way of using a vertical space. I also use a lot of the windowsills, so this is my little herb pot, herb planter, lots of nice things going on in there. And then this one is more like pretty, so I've got flowers and ivy and stuff in here, because that is my desk where I used to sit. At the moment you can see it's just covered in seeds that I'm starting, so I can't actually use it at the moment, but when I can again I'll have something nice to look at. I used to grow everything in pots like down here, and you can see that I've got some peas here that I've started. So little peas in here which haven't been eaten, which are amazing. And most of my pots at the moment have just got lovely tulips and flowers in, because why not? And this little bag here is really great for potatoes, so I've got some early potatoes in here. Haven't started to come up yet, but they will soon, I'm sure. And then I want to talk to you about a couple of things that were sent to me by Zest Outdoor Living. So this is one of their veg planters, and you can see I've got lots of rows in here where I've planted seeds. Unfortunately I wrote the names of them in biro, and the rain has washed them off, so I'm not sure what they all are. I think it's parsnips, carrots, and then like lettuces and things like spring onions I can see, and some carrots. Yeah, they're starting to come up. Some of them are starting to grow, which is quite exciting. I don't actually know what this row is because this is one that's been washed away, but yeah, it's a really great planter. Really sturdy, really deep as well, so you can probably get away with growing some brassicas in here if you really wanted to. Obviously I know that being sent these things wouldn't be possible without you guys who watch these videos, so thank you so much if you watch these videos. I'm very lucky to be given a lot of these products for free to try out and to share with you guys and see what you guys think. Another one that I was sent by Zest Outdoor Living is this raised herb planter, which you might have seen me talk about before. You can see it's got 10 individual compartments here, and I've just put some strawberries in, some flowers, and then lots of different herbs. This is mint as well. You can get away with putting mint in here because it's not going to spread because it's got the barriers around, which is just brilliant. It's just been really nice, a really great space saver, and underneath it I've got storage room, so I've got my big bag of strolch and some pots under here as well. It's really sturdy. I think it looks great, and I think it's really good value for money, so I'll leave a link to this below in case you wanted to check it out, and there's the planter over there too that you can go and check out as well. So this nifty little wall hanging device was given to me by QVC, so they gave me a little PR package and it came with these in here. These are not strawberries, they're actually pine berries, so they're like white strawberries, which I'm really excited about, and it's supposed to hang up on a fence or a wall, so I'm going to try and put it like here, so it's not going to hang very high, but I'm going to put some screws in and see if I can hang it here. So I was thinking like there, just so it's up off of the ground, so we'll try. Screw's too big. Okay, take 3. Yeah. Yes. Right, so now they're hanging up, so they should be quite good here. I think I need to pop these into there. There's a hole in that pot, so I think I need to pop them up, but that looks pretty good now, and it's just up off the ground a little bit. Got my other strawberries over there, which are sort of normal ones. A bit boring now they are. These are exciting, so I can't wait to see those ones. So this is another little gift that I got given by QVC. It's just a video of gifts today, isn't it? And it's basically a kneeler, so that you can kneel down and not damage your knees when you're gardening. So it's got these little handles as well that you can sort of pull yourself up on and stuff, and you can kneel on it like this, but then, as if by magic, and it becomes a garden seat, so you can have a little sit down, a little cup of tea. And then on the sides here, which I really love, it's got like a little pouch you can put your tools in, bits and bobs in like that. It'd be quite nice if I had one to put my phone in, actually. I think that would be catering for younger people. If they wanted to cater to a younger audience, they could have one pocket for a phone and then like one for a gardening tool or something, but it's just for gardening tools right now. Nothing on the other side. I'm sure you could probably buy another little pouch to go over it. I might get one big enough for my phone, actually. But yeah, it's nifty, isn't it? It's quite cool. I decided to give what little grass we actually have a little haircut, and I thought it would look better, but it just looks more patchy. Oh dear, note to self, mowing grass that you've hardly got is just going to make it look bald. It just looks like bald spots. Oh well, maybe it'll grow back, maybe it won't, who knows. So these are my sunflowers that I sowed about 2 weeks ago. What has happened to them, I hear you ask? Well, basically what's happened is there's not enough light in my house, and so the sunflower has stretched really, really far to try and get to the light in the window, and they have become what is known in gardening terms as leggy, because they've got a really long leg, really long stem. It's not a leg, is it? Why is it called leggy? What a horrible thing to say, leggy. Is that like, it's supposed to be like an insult to someone with big legs, long legs? But yeah, they're leggy and they're like that. So what I'm going to do is repot them and then put them into my greenhouse outside, where hopefully there will be more light. To do that, we're going to get another pot, multi-purpose compost. I'm going to take one of my leggy sunflowers. Need to get up close and personal with the sunflowers. Right, I'm going to use the little lollipop stick. I'm going to go for this one. This one's going to be my victim. Oh no! Oh, it's gone everywhere. Why does this stuff never work when I film it? Come on, you need to come out now. Oh, that's not very much root. I thought it'd be more root than that. Have I broken him? Oh, mate. I really hope I haven't broken you. Right, quick, make another hole. And we're just gonna like put him in there. Oh, come on. In you go, in you go, in you go. Right, hopefully he'll be okay now. But if you do have leggy seedlings, it is a good idea to pot them on and put them somewhere with more light, basically. Or you could try starting again. I started again with my cosmos because my cosmos was too leggy, so it just wouldn't survive. Get you all flopped over, honestly. Sunflowers are so dramatic. I feel like I'm digging for gold. Come on, where are you? This is not okay. I'm trying to help you. This is not how you do it. Guys, don't copy this. This is not right. I'm supposed to be teasing you out, but your roots have gone so deep. Oh, I killed him. Blooming killed him. He might be alright. I'll put him on anyway. Oh god. Oh god, it's windy now. I don't like that. Don't like that, do you guys? For a drink, guys. There we go. Oh, come on, guys, cheer up. Look a little bit happier. You're sunflowers. You're the happiest flower out there. Stop sulking, guys. So, my initial thoughts was to put these into here, which is my outdoor greenhouse. The problem is I'm having such a problem with slugs and snails. So they've eaten all those. They're gone. You can see slug slime on there. And then all my peas got eaten, even though they've got the little shells on them. And then the leeks have been, something's gone over the leeks and pushed them down, but they haven't been eaten. They clearly don't like leeks. So the leeks are doing good, but it's obviously been over them. These are snapdragons. I don't know the actual name of them, but they're snapdragons. And as soon as they germinate, I'm going to have to take those out because they'll be eaten. So it's really hard to protect like the whole thing from slugs and snails. So I want to put them outside because I think they need the light, but I also don't want them all to be eaten because they're particularly delicious to slugs for some reason. They love sunflowers. So I'm going to keep them inside, which is a bit annoying because I'm running out of room, but it's what's going to have to happen, guys. Oh guys, I know there's not a lot of light here, but I don't know what I can do. So this is my desk. This is where I'm supposed to do all my writing and my work. Unfortunately, it's covered in plants, or fortunately, it depends how you look at it. This is my celery, which has germinated amazingly. It doesn't seem to be getting much bigger, but it's alive. And then hopefully sunflowers will be okay there. I've sown some more cosmos. These are the ones that I managed to save. So this is all cosmos. Hopefully that will survive. And then I've got my tomatoes, which again don't seem to be getting much bigger. Not really sure why. Hopefully they'll have a growth spurt soon. This one seems to be doing all right. Yeah, I really want to get most of this outside into my little greenhouse. But like I said, it's just all going to be eaten. So it's either no light or it gets eaten by slugs and snails. And right now I'm choosing no light. I'm hoping that the plants will just sort of adapt and have to adapt to having little light. And that's all I can do for you guys. Sometimes you just got to make do. You know, we're all cutting costs right now. We're all suffering. Why should plants be any different? trying to get the tulips in the shot, but I don't think the shot's going to work with the tulips in. Needs to be higher. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my little Friday vlog and it's given you a little bit of inspiration and happiness for the weekend. If you have enjoyed my vlog today, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you again on Monday with another allotment diary, and see you then. Thanks for watching.